Mei-Ling Perry here with the Troy Classic, competing for host Troy in the Rich Yano final, 28 points and 8 rebounds. Hard-fought battle, fantastic second quarter against Los Osos. Ultimately, Los Osos comes out on top, 69-51. Just first and foremost, just for you and Aoki to really find a home here, and and to find happiness here, and as simple as it sounds, Mei-Ling, just how much has this allowed you and Aoki just to rediscover the joy of basketball? Because if we're having this conversation, in February last year, one of the things that I always enjoy and appreciate and respect about you is your smile, and we didn't get to see that smile as much.
Yeah, definitely. I just think playing with my sister, well, of course, this team's a little more raw, but we definitely got to rediscover ourselves because we trust each other, and she's my point guard, and I'm her shooting guard. I'm helping her.
You are her everything, Mei-Ling.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like to stay a little humble, but Aoki, she was definitely doing her thing. She was bringing up the ball. She was getting through traps. We definitely turned more into leaders, and we've had to mature a lot faster because we have such a young team. And then also Coach Kiernan, he's been a big benefactor in that. He's allowed us to be very free. He makes practices really fun, and we always compete and go after it. These girls are the best girls I've ever had. They just make everything so much easier. I hang out with them outside of school, during school, during practice. I just love being. It's my favorite group of people that be around. I would choose them every time.
Most definitely. In terms of the heart and the courage and the will and the determination the group showed in the second quarter, how like you said, it's still raw. It's far from a finished product, but to be able to have that run in the second quarter, how significant a building block could that be for the group between now and the end of 2025, let alone what could happen in 2026?
I mean, if you've seen us in beginning of November, it's a bit shaky.
Yeah.
So to be able to compete against this team with the people that we have, because we don't really have the rest of our transfers in, but to be able to compete with the people we have now, it's just been a big leap. I would say, if we were to play the team from our first game and play it now against Los Osos, I think we would have lost by a lot more. But I trust these girls a lot more. They've definitely grown. Coach Kiernan has done a great job of teaching them basketball IQ, and then also moving and knowing more about basketball. And it's just been a big leap for us to be able, defensively especially, to be getting after steals and rebounds, and it's building blocks. Slowly but surely, we'll get up to where we need to be.
Absolutely.
Yes.
When you were competing in a blue and white uniform, obviously, the schedule was always going to be at the highest level, whether it was in tournaments, in Saturday showcases, and certainly in the open division of the San Diego section. So to be not only for yourself and Aoki, but for this entire group, to be able to be exposed to these elite high-level games as much as possible, even before the roster becomes whole on December 26th. How good is that? Because you have that experience from day one in your high school career. A lot of these young women may not, just to get them to know this is the norm rather than the exception. And whether it's a victory or whether it's a lot of humble moments and learning experiences, we need to understand this is the level we want to play at all, and this is the competition we want to play at all the time. So how significant is that?
Well, a lot of these girls have never played high-level basketball all in their lives. The highest level would probably be rec league. So it's a bit of a challenge, not playing against or playing with girls who are kind of up to speed. But at the same time, I really like the rawness and the competitive attitude that they still have. Even though they haven't had the experience, they're trying their best every single day. I've never heard any of them complain. No one quits. It just feels like everyone's
just can't stop.
She's all right, man. I'm sorry. So it just feels.
Hey, I guess when you're the winningest coach in California history, you can throw out those those strays.
Yeah, he's throwing shade at me right now. But I don't know. There's pros and cons to being raw. But what I really like about these girls is that they have like an open mind where, some girls with experience, they might have a closed mind, but they just want to learn,
Yeah.
and they don't stop. Like
Yeah.
Coach Kiernan will literally yell in their face and they're smiling and they still want to learn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you think about where you were as a freshman, where Aoki was as a freshman,
Yeah.
Rylan has already improved leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
So it's there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of promise, a lot to be encouraged about and optimistic about.
Yeah.
And when you have one of the best players in California, regardless of section, regardless of what color uniform she's wearing, and she validated it again here in the.
I will say with our freshmen, these are kind of some like the best like freshmen I've seen. Like, they might not be kind of like number one, number two like in their class, but like these girls are.
We just saw what that was in Chloe Jenkins.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah.
But these girls, they're not like scared. Like, there's still some flashes of them being nervous, but that comes with being a freshman.
Of course.
I felt just like them when I was a freshman. I was very nervous. I was scared to let down my seniors, and they display that same mental state because they want to be able to win, and they know that we need to be able to depend on each other. And I really love that they take accountability and they actually find importance in like the wins and how they perform.
There were a number of those before we got to the matchup with the Los Osos, but there's going to be a number more going forward for Mei-Ling Perry and Troy. But as I said at the outset, most important, her happiness, Aoki's happiness, and being coached by Kevin Kiernan and being in this environment here at Troy. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Mei-Ling, fantastic job tonight and this week, and wish you and Aoki and the girls the best going forward.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.